This is an introductory video on how to access OptionsPlay, an intuitive options tool within your Firstrade trading account. To launch OptionsPlay, you can click on the Options tab within your trading, and you'll see a button here on the right that says Options Wizard. When you click on that, that will launch the tool that's designed to make your options trading as easy to explore, analyze, and ultimately trade options as easy as possible. When you launch OptionsPlay, you'll see it's divided into 3 sections and is quite different from the typical option chain experience. The platform itself is divided into 3 sections. You have trade ideas and watch lists here on the left-hand side. In the middle is your security analysis panel, and on the right is your trading and income panel. These 3 panels is designed to provide you with all the tools that you need to first understand which symbols should you pay attention to, why should you pay attention to it using technical analysis, and lastly, how to quickly leverage that into a trading or income strategy, whether you're trading stocks or options within a few seconds. Today, we're going to walk you through a quick video of how to utilize the different aspects of this platform to quickly find trading ideas and leverage them instantly into option strategies. We start off with trade ideas and watch list here on the left. Trade ideas are fresh ideas scanned for you every day with bullish and bearish ideas that you can filter and sort based on market cap, sector, and the individual scans themselves. Watchlist allows you to have pre-built watchlist or create your own watchlist so that you can follow the symbols that you want to pay attention to. And once you have the symbol that you want to look at, you can simply either click on it through the watch list or type them into the symbol box. The middle Securities panel is designed to give you snapshot technical analysis data so that you don't have to pull up different charts to get a quick snapshot reading of what's currently going on with the underlying stock. You have a 1-month and 6-month trend indicator that gives you an idea as far as short-term and long-term trend of each stock. And the short-term and long-term trend indicators available to you at the bottom of your chart. So not only do you see where the current trend is, but also how that's changed over time. Second, we have a relative strength indicator called a technical score. This is designed to help you quantify the relative strength of a stock on a score of 1 to 10. 10 are the strongest stocks in the market, and 1 are the weakest stocks in the market. So Coca-Cola here has a relatively strong technical score, which is telling me it's a strong stock compared to the other stocks in the market. 1-month and 6-month trend is bullish, telling me that both the trend and relative strength is lining up in this particular case. And lastly, you have earnings, dividends, and price action data here at the very bottom. Once you have a directional view on the underlying stock or ETF that you're evaluating, there are 2 buttons here at the bottom. One says I'm bullish, and one says I'm bearish. And you can use these 2 buttons to help drive the rest of the trading screen. If you're looking for trading strategies such as bullish or bearish views, clicking on one of these buttons will bring up 3 strategies that will take advantage of either a bullish or bearish view on that underlying stock. So when I click on I'm bullish here, I have 3 strategies. I have buying the stock, buying the call, which is a simple option strategy or a beginner's option strategy, and then I have a call vertical or a debit spread, which is a more advanced option strategy. These 3 strategies represent the bulk of trading of most retail traders when it comes to a directional view. And about 80% of volume is actually concentrated in these 3 strategies. So we provide starting points for you so that you don't have to select an expiration date or strike price as a starting point. We already provide those starting points for you to allow you to start looking at analytics, exploring, especially if you're brand new to options and may not know where to start. The most important tool on our trading tool is our P&L simulator here at the bottom. This allows you to simulate any outlook on the underlying stock and quickly see how each one of these strategies will actually perform. So Coca-Cola trading at $47 right now. Perhaps I'm bullish and I think the stock will rise to $49. That allows me to use these inputs to type in where I think the stock will head to and instantly see how each one of the 3 strategies will perform side by side and tell me which strategy gives me the highest return. And conversely, what happens if Coca-Cola doesn't go in the direction that I expect it to and maybe falls down to 45 instead? How much money do I lose? Both important factors to consider before you trade any option strategy. Once you create your given outlook for both your target price, target date, and even volatility assumptions, you can quickly utilize this tool to see exactly what your expected return for each individual strategy is, so that you have the metrics to decide which strategy is best suited for you. Conversely, if I'm bearish on Coca-Cola, I can click on the bearish button, and now I'm going to be presented with 3 bearish strategies, such as shorting the stock, buying a simple put option, which is a simple option strategy, or again, trading a more complex debit spread, a put vertical here in this particular case. Again, I can use the P&L simulator to decide where I think the stock will head to. So if I have a target price of $45 and I expect that move to happen maybe by the end of November, and if you have some volatility assumptions, you can put that in and quickly see which strategy here on the right gives me the highest return. Once I've honed in on the strategy that I want to trade, you can hit the trade button. We have what's called a strategy checklist. So for those of you that are brand new to options trading, I highly recommend you to go through this strategy checklist to check for the trend of the stock, the trend of the market, the OptionsPlay score, which is a risk to reward metric, the earnings date to see if there's earnings between now and expiration, and lastly, spread and liquidity. Important things to consider if you're ready to trade before you place a trade. Once you've identified everything and you're ready to place this trade, one of the best parts of the integration that we've done with Firstrade is that you can simply hit the preview order button and all the relevant information is pre-filled for you so that you can instantly send this order off for execution. For those of you that are looking for other types of strategies beyond just trading strategies, such as cover calls and cash secured puts to generate income, we have a specific tab dedicated just for that. When you hit the income tab, you'll see 2 strategies, a cover call and a short put. These 2 strategies are actually driven off of personalized settings that you can create using the income settings tab. You can set both calls and puts independently of each other. You can select a time frame based on how far out you typically like to sell cover calls, short, medium, or long term. And you can even select your risk tolerance for conservative, optimal, or aggressive. Clicking on each one will display to you what these risk tolerances mean, and you can select the appropriate risk tolerance and time frame that suits you for both calls and puts. Once you save this as default, any symbol that you type in, the cover call and short put idea that's returned back to you is going to be driven off of the personalized settings that you created in your income settings. So here for Facebook that's trading around 151, you can enter if you own shares of Facebook. If you're selling cover calls, you can even type in the number of shares. Or if you don't own Facebook, you can click on no and take a look at the short put opportunity. Regardless of which one you decide to choose, we have all the breakdown of information to let you know how the strategy will perform, your annualized return, as well as your 12-month projected yield to give you an idea as far as how much yield you'll actually receive from selling cover calls and the dividend over the 12 months. And lastly, for those of you that are brand new for this type of strategy, we have what's called plain English here at the bottom to really explain the strategy for you so that you understand what you're getting yourself into before you go ahead and place a trade. And lastly, when you hit the trade button, we have again a strategy checklist to make sure you understand the risks with all of this, the risk of this particular trade, and that allows you to hit the preview order button to send this trade off for execution. So that's just a very quick overview of the OptionsPlay platform. I hope you guys find this useful, and I look forward to seeing you in some of our other videos to show you more advanced topics on OptionsPlay.